Welcome. It's here.
So I'm finally getting back on YouTube. I keep filming training sessions and doing fuck all with the footage. No idea why. But yeah, training has been fantastic this off season. We are now week 13. Yeah, week 13, 14 into my push-up phase, I guess you want to call it. In layman's terms, week 13 on cycle. But things are going well. The only real obstacles I'm having to deal with has been just like illnesses and stuff, where if one of my training partners has got COVID or something like that, obviously I don't drive yet, so getting to flex unit, I have to rely on people, which isn't great. Bless my training partners. So that, and I had a stomach bug the best part of 3 weeks ago now, and that caused me to lose about 10-15 pounds that I've gained back now, thankfully, but it's just a bit fucking frustrating, isn't it? Anyway, the dog is sleeping soundfully in the corner. Soundfully, blissfully. He's sleeping in the corner. I'm just about to leave to go to hamstrings, which is probably one of my favourite sessions in the middle of the week. Like, I enjoy training, but I won't lie, my arm and back session, because I've got to be so accurate, because they're major groups that I want to bring up. I can't just kind of I don't feel I get the same enjoyment out of it, I won't lie. The happiest I've ever been training was 2016-17, when I was just getting after it. I was squatting, or doing a squat variation about twice a week. I was doing deadlifts, heavy deadlifts, just doing all the fun stuff. So yeah, having to be really anal with my training. It's doing wonders with my physique, but the enjoyment just really is not the same, and I have seemed to have lost, apart from my blender. Bulking tip: if you are doing oats and you have them in a shake, weigh them out and dry blend them first. It'll make it into like a kind of flour. This was what I was doing. I was doing this in prep, actually, because it make the volume. It allowed me to kind of make like a cake out of it. And when I was having about 40 grams oats a day, that did wonders. But also, like, when you're having a shake, these thick oats, I find, don't really blend down much. So little blast on the NutriBullet, and it's finer, it's more like flour. So I just find it's a little bit easier to get down, and I also note that I don't get as bad as a bloated stomach as I do. Obviously oats somewhat expand in the stomach. Like, if you put oats in a bowl of water, they'll soak up all the water, so don't hold me to this, I'm not a genius, but I would imagine it would do something similar in the stomach, or at least getting down to the stomach, through the throat to the esophagus. But yeah, so where was I? Back up to my previous weight, stomach bug, so sitting about £220, which is nice. It's funny because all the memories from this time last year popping up, and this is when I started prep last year, and I started prep about 97 kilo, so I'm a good 2-3 kilo above that. And for a lot of people that would be fuck all. Like in the grand scheme of things, that's not massive, considering it's not going to be all going, that 2-3 kilos is not all going to be stage weight. But I will say it's leaner than I started that prep, so I know even if I was at 97 kilo, it's a better 97 kilo. Which tends to be the trend with myself. Mince for I will say the biggest thing I've noticed this off season is not being a complete meathead with my meals and just thinking about getting the food in. Not necessarily tracking, like it's still the same food. I'll just maybe sometimes adjust a meal, so rather than doing rice 4 times a day, I've changed one of those meals to gnocchi, but it's the same carbs. I just find this a little bit, it breaks the monotony up a little bit. And then I do burgers at night. But it's just, I buy the steak, blend it up, and then I freeze it as like homemade mince. So that 2 chicken rice meals, and I do 2 shakes. I kind of flip-flop between blending oats up and cream of rice up. It is really just a matter of what you fuck with. But in terms of like pushing food up, whenever I run an off season, even when I was with Luke, we didn't push food up hard. Like once it kind of gets into a spot, I find with myself, I can just kind of rinse it and just keep eating that food, and my weight will slowly just kind of increase. It's the same with Andy, so I think we've increased food a little bit briefly, and then we made some tweaks to my diet, just the setup of it, when we introduced insulin. Other than that, that's it. There's nothing major. There's not been any major changes. Just more of the same, just being more accurate with my training, and just being better with getting meals in. I won't lie, I suck at getting meals in. But yeah, there's been very little pasta sauce on my insulin. What the fuck? Obviously, I keep that in the fridge, so that'll be why. Yeah, there's been very little in terms of like change or difference in what we've done in the off season. Like what we do, what Andy has me do, or I did, 2019 and 2020 worked. So it's just more of the same. The biggest change really has been my accuracy with training. I very much used to kind of just go after it, and now I'm a bit more, not reserved because I'm still training to failure, but more mindful of what I'm doing. But anyway, I need to get changed, so I'm going to go do that, and then I'll film some of my hamstring session with you for you.